Hello. Well, we are 1 hour late than normal. I did show up at 12:30, but my internet was out and I tried to use cellular, it just did not work. So if you were here at 12:30, God bless you. And sorry you had to go through that. And hopefully at some point you'll see this one. I will likely erase the other one. Oh, it's Dr. Stephanie Fine and it's Thursday. So we are here to talk about all things maintenance, weight loss, how to keep those pounds off. And today we are talking about the magic trick that makes weight loss and weight loss maintenance super simple. Simple and work. That's the main thing. And that is logging. So logging your food, meaning we're making it conscious, right? We're making our food decisions conscious because our brain forgets. It's remarkable that we could eat a couple like M&Ms or something and not remember at all that we did that. I mean, how do we eat it and then we forget? And so then we're thinking, I wonder why I'm not losing weight, or why am I gaining weight? And it's because we're eating more than we think. So logging keeps us conscious of what we're eating. And we need that because when we go unconscious, we overeat. Now that's not everybody. There are naturally thin people who don't do that. But those of us with weight issues have this easily forgettable thing going on in our minds. So that's why we need to log the food. And there's a couple ways of doing it. Pam made such a good point, which is when we're home, which is what we are doing right now, we're home, you can easily keep it in the kitchen where you eat, on the counter, on the table, wherever, just a book there, and you write it in. So you can write it in longhand, or you can use an app like MyFitnessPal. That's a really easy thing. There's a bit of a learning curve because once you put the foods in that you like, it's really easy because they just keep popping up and you just press them. And that brings me to an important point about logging, which is that the best time to do it is immediately after eating. So you have your lunch, or you're making your lunch and you're putting it in. That way we do not forget, right? Because it's literally right there. We did it. Some people do it at the end of the day and you risk missing some things that you ate. And a couple days later is almost useless because who knows if you remember what it is. You certainly can put, especially if you're writing it down, you can put an asterisk by it, like I didn't write this for a couple days, so you know it's not perfect, but something happened. But it's best to do it immediately after. The next best time, I actually think the real best time is pre-planning, so that you put in what you're going to eat ahead of time. Number one, it's logged. Amazing, you did it. But number two is you're doing it at a time, let's say you do it in the morning or the night before, but let's say you do it in the morning before you're eating. That's the time we have the best ability to make rational, fabulous decisions. That's the time when you're like, this is gonna be a great day. Here's what I can do. It's the afternoon when we've already done the whole day, we're tired. That's when our decisions are not so great when it comes to food. So if you have already written it down, then the decisions are done for you. And they were done by a smarter brain, your stronger brain in the morning. And if you can sort of feel like you want something in the afternoon, but you already wrote down what you're gonna have, and you can just use that and say, oh yeah, I'm gonna have that, that's fine. That's amazing. That is a way to supercharge this logging idea, pre-planning. So that's an amazing way to do it. And like I said, either way, writing it down or the app. I love my app. Now, another thing I wanted to bring up today is something I love about logging is the idea that it's no surprise if you're eating a lot more calories than your body burns that you're gaining weight. But it's still good to know. So in the beginning of this lockdown, I was overeating. I was not happy. And I wrote it all down. What's helpful about writing it all down is I'm not getting away with anything. And what's helpful with writing it down is I did not beat myself up about it. That's the trick. That is a skill to be learned. And let me tell you something, I've spent years learning it. I write down the tortilla chips or whatever it is, And instead of beating myself like, oh, now look at what you did. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Instead of that, I get to be curious about it. Huh. Well, that's funny. I wasn't doing that last week. Why am I doing it this week? Now, with a lockdown, it's not like rocket science. It's not like I have to go digging very deep. There was fear and there was unknown and there was boredom, uncertainty. There was a lot of that kind of thing. What I've learned over time is this. When I'm just curious and I don't beat myself up about it, it runs its course. So I'd say about maybe 5 days where I was doing that, a lot more calories, probably between 500 and 700 more calories a day than my, than staying even. And then it stopped. Now, I know that it happens like that because I've done it over and over again. If I was beating myself up about it, it would have been a heck of a lot longer than 5 days. Because I can allow it and I'm trusting that I'm going to be able to work through it and figure it out, then it was 5 days and I was done. And of course my weight showed it, but then it easily went back, right? If I had 5 days of 500, even more, so maybe that's a pound. 1 pound is very easy to do something about if you're noticing it. So I was writing it down. I knew it was coming. I also knew that when I went back, it would come right off, which is what happened. When we can do that with compassion, remember last week was about compassion, so you can go back and listen to that one too. But the self-compassion, the curiosity, oh, I know why this is happening. It's because I'm anxious. Now, what are the things I can do about that? I can learn some more information. I can control the things I can control. I can finish the chips so there aren't any more. There's ways of doing that, of seeing what you can do without beating yourself up. And then it's over. And maintenance is all about that. Maintenance is little bits, a little time, a little up. Do you remember what the buffer is? It's 2 pounds. So you have a pound or so to before you have to do anything about it. But when you're writing it down and you're seeing it happen, you absolutely can do that. So that's what's important. Hi, Pam. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well too. It's spring. Oh, and I wanted to point out my sweet peas. Did you see my sweet peas back there? They smell so good. It's springtime and my sweet peas have gone nuts and they're my very favorite flower. So I have some back here for you to see. So logging, Pam, I know you know about logging. I hope you're doing it. It's so important. Oh my gosh. It's saving me right now for sure. And like I said, it happened to me over at the beginning of this time. So that is logging. Self-compassion goes right with it. I would say that they could be separated, but they can't, because there's no beating yourself up when you've gone over. So that's what's super important. Okay? So the magic for weight loss and maintenance, log your food. Pam, I know that's not new to you. Oh, awesome. Pam's logging too. And I know for a lot of you it's not news, and some of you are probably sighing because it can be annoying. But if you get in the habit, not bad. And try pre-planning. Thanks for coming in late. I'm glad my internet's working better now. I hope your internet's working and that you're healthy and feeling well. And I'm sending so much love to you, and I will see you next week. Bye.